Hey guys, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good evening. It's me, Huffy your bear. I'm here. I'm sorry for being late. I woke up late, but I'm here now. And I have time. I have a lot of time right now to play through, so let's figure out what happens next. Is there anything new with you guys? I'm not gonna lie. I want to use these tickets again. I used the yellow yellow ticket things to get more, well, not tickets, but yellow certificates to get more tickets. Because Ascalon needs to come home. I want her to come home. So pray for me. Yeah, I hope everything's good with you guys. Everything's been busy with me so far. Oh, nice, Lunata. I don't know what it is. Everything just seems so. I've just noticed this past week. It feels like everything's gotten super expensive lately. Um. Oh, blue. But other than that, not too much things have changed. I did notice that. Ah, thank you. Thank you. There we go. Some audio. So apparently, my last stream, it didn't get copyright struck, but it got copyright claimed by some dude. I looked him up to see if he was like actually an Arknights composer, and it didn't have Arknights listed anywhere in his credits. So I don't know if he's just taking money from Arknights audio. Because I doubt I'm the only YouTuber who got tagged by this guy. So hopefully Hypogryph can figure that out. According to my YouTube, oh man, my voice cracked there. According to my YouTube studio, it said Martin de Bosic, which is fine, you know, because I'm not, well, it's not fine for Hypergriff, but for my purposes, I'm not monetized yet. So I wouldn't have seen any money anyway from ads or whatever. But yeah, Hypergriff and everyone at Arknights, if he's not actually affiliated, I think he's just taking money from them, because I doubt I'm the only YouTuber who plays Arknights who got tagged, because, you know, it works on that algorithm thing. So I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. This had happened before. I recognize the name. I feel like I'd seen that in another archive video. I'm hoping we get what we want here. I'm hoping it's not a spooky surprise or a spook. Let us pray.
I'm Nolantha. From now on, my blade is yours.
Do we have any updates on Melantha? I don't think seen her too much in the story.
Such a big mobile facility before. I'm so excited. Mary of the Cardigan here. Are you the doctor?
I am the doctor. So, I've been meaning to play more Metaphor throughout the week. I saw some folks have beaten it already. I'm like kind of jealous. But I have not. Instead, I've been playing a lot of Diablo when I've been off, instead of putting that time in Metaphor. There's like huge bugs right now in Diablo that makes it like super interesting to play as. Yes! Yes! Hell yeah.
If you like. But if you want to update my file, you'll have to speak to Dr. Kaltzit first.
Oh, Ascalon, welcome, welcome. Now I need to figure out how to use a trap master.
Reporting in. Are you the doctor? I look forward to working with you.
I think she's my only one.
I'm Earth Spirit, a geology scholar and caster reporting in. I work 8 hours each day. Make me work any more and you'll have to pay me extra.
That's right, Earth Spirit. I feel the same way.
Hello, Doctor. I'm logistics operator Arom. Would you open your hands like this? And don't worry, I just thought that with how nice and
Or
bright the sun is
ambusher.
today,
Ambusher.
it would be perfect
Dude,
for
BioWare.
reflecting the rainbow
BioWare, man. October 31st. That's in 11 days.
reporting
The
in.
new Dragon Age comes out.
I can tell you're hella different from that stuffy old bit. I mean, that esteemed
I
instructor, Miss Dobie.
am really hoping the game
It's
does
okay.
well and is very good. I'm not buying it on day one
My codename is Beagle.
just because, like,
I didn't do very well on my assessment.
honestly, it'd be irresponsible of me to do so when I've got like so many other games that I bought and I haven't played yet. So I'm not getting it. But I'm hoping it's good and like that I'd want to play it. And I can pick it up later. I'm hoping. Don't want it. Are you sure? Yeah, it comes out pretty soon. 11 days. Alright. She is a specialist. Oh. Oh no, so she's like Mizuki. Okay, I do have an ambusher then. My Mizuki is leveled. But I think she's cooler.
The training paid off. Not bad.
Damn, bro. 4. I think we can buy them from the Babel store. Chapter 14 is the day after, so I don't have time for it. True. But the thing is, we don't know anything yet because, you know, it hasn't come out yet. It might be bad. It might be good. Honestly, I hope it's not bad. Really hoping it's not bad. Oh, it's guard chips. Should have been specialist chips. I think I can make some trades for it. This is workshop, right? I think that should be enough.
Doctor, it's
She.
great to see you.
Do you know the name of the voice actress for the Shadow Broker? Actually, I could just look it up here because it would be here, right? Ali Hillis. Was she in Dragon Age? Oh, she was Lightning? I did think that was a little bit familiar. So she was Lightning. And she was in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster. Huh, who would have known?
Don't bother checking. It's me. We've got a situation, so I swapped schedules with your other assistant. Don't worry, you'll get used to this.
Honestly, having some other operators from Sweep would be cool. Now that we have their head honcho here.
Sweep was established as an independent unit. It's out of Rhodes Island structures from the very beginning, so this framework doesn't apply to me. You have a new approach? I appreciate the recognition, but those of us in the shadows don't care for glory.
So her and Manfred were childhood friends.
The training paid off. Not bad.
Damn, broke again. I doubt I could use her here, but maybe I could apply some trust. Less likely to be targeted. Everything else we can get from more farming, though.
The training paid off. Not bad.
Damn. Alright. We can return to that another time. Alright. I don't think anyone else has ever shown up aside from Red and Scavenger. Inez is under her management but still counted as Merc. We can check. Honestly, like, that'd probably be the smart thing to give her and Hoderer to Ascalon right out the gate. Be like, you belong to her now. Does it say anything here? Oh, nope. Ascalon said she got rejected. Rejected. She knows the score. Her score. Oh no, it's in context of the medical department asking for help. Mind probing interference. He doesn't even blush. She became his right-hand woman. Yeah, nothing else from, nothing less from her. Alright, I guess, so she is confirmed, I guess, under Ascalon. Like, Ascalon's her supervisor. I'm curious if Red ever met Lunacub. Yeah, that's one of those things that I feel like we're not going to hear about until another, Lupo something event. But interesting to think about, you know, because we know of 3 now. It's Project Red, Lunacub, and then Crown Slayer. I think we can take her for this. 3 charges.
Go right ahead at any moment. I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they're allowed to meet, but it might have happened regardless. Dear Calcit, glad to receive your letter. Is this the doctor? Oh, this must be the doctor. I rescued a girl by the name of Amia. Or maybe it's Teresa. The accident killed her parents and afflicted her with erypathy. The locals deal with orphaned erypathy patients by putting them in a car and driving them into the wastes. I had no choice. We have become fellow travelers by chance. You can't imagine my panic and helplessness as I took care of her. Fortunately, a woman who goes by the name of Savage has joined our little band, which has helped take some of the burden off of me. Savage? She's another goddess, isn't she? In the moonlight. Is that a little burden beast? Oh, it's baby Amia. Oh, it's a sand beast. You seem to have made them even more excited, Amia. Yeah, it is the doctor who saved her then. Mom and Dad taught me how to chase them away. Chirp, chirp. It's okay. A ring with a thumb and index finger and whistles. Oh, the doctor's going to teach her how to whistle. So when Amia in that other event was like, oh, this is like me and the doctor traveling again. This time period is what she referred to when she was a little girl. I could never remember, even after Mom and Dad taught me. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt. It was you who taught me how to make that sound. You see? She doesn't want to sleep. We have some time before our ride gets here. Oh, poor Amia. That's common to kids in Arknights, I guess, is PTSD and tragedy. Wait, we have lore here. A long time ago, there was a really smart scientist. Her home was in danger, and she made a difficult choice to protect it and the people around her. Oh, but she fell asleep. Found a vehicle. So she must be like Amia's big sis. Not actual big sis, but like big sis, her first big sis before the rest of Rhodes Island comes into play. This should be an unfamiliar world, yet there are times when it feels incredibly familiar. The ancient machines that had rumbled in the mines and dust once again roam this land. Stories can become reality. Grizz, what's up, you Barry? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Are you drawing, Doctor? Am I interrupting? Of course not. Take a look. Is it good? It's the mining truck we just drove together. I've been drawing lots of our experiences. Damn, the Doctor's an artist, too. Have you ever driven a truck before? I've seen many amazing vehicles before. And went through the bridge between stars. The bridge between stars. Oh, this is the Doctor that remembers everything, that's right. Guides stand by the bridge, borrowing glowing clouds from old stars and making round mirrors out of them. Follow the path the mirrors show, and we can see the spires fading in and out of the clouds. That's something I don't think Ami would even be able to imagine. A playground. You want to play with other children? No, I just want to play with you, Doctor. You'll make more friends as you grow up. The most amazing vehicle you've ever driven. I spent a very long time with it. Very long indeed. In the beginning, yes. In the end, though, I was alone. But it's alright. I was sleeping. I slept for a very long time. So it was just Priestess. And you won't have to sleep all day. I know, right? He just told her some incredible information. But Amiya's just like, oh, it's whatever. So I know obviously the Doctor is like super old, but I guess we know now also functionally the Doctor is biologically immortal as well. It can't have just been like cryosleep. Like he's probably like Calcit in the fact that I don't think he ages. Because as advanced as they were, they probably just edited that out of their DNA. You'll have your own journey, your own vision, your own future. Are you sure you want to be with me? But they all say that there's no future for people with rocks on them. So I'll always be with you. Damn. We'll have a future, Amiya. How's Amiya doing? Dude, if I was in Arknights, I'd probably use a sledgehammer as my weapon too. Still a bit of fever. She acts like it's nothing during the day, but keeps having nightmares. Poor girl. Every survivor of that accident was infected. How long does it take for oropathy to progress in a child her age? It's different for everyone. Some disintegrate the day after. Jesus! Some suffer for more than a decade. But the end is always the same. Is there anyone in the world who can cure it? The world? Oh, you mean Terra, our great land? Man, you sound like one of those old scholars. Wait, you're serious? I'm afraid not. It's impossible. I need it to be possible. Doctor had to skip years through the sarcophagus so that he can advise on warring against the Seaborn and IS-3's other endings. Damn, yeah, it's my fault for not beating IS-3. I'll find a way before her symptoms deteriorate. Say it to a Rim Billy and they'll think you're making fun of them. You never fail to surprise me, but I just can't help but believe in you. Is that the charm of being smart? Come on, Charlotte. I meant you. Never mind. What? Oh, she likes him. You guys, she likes him. Can't you tell? There's something about you. Something that lets everyone know that you're different from us. Amiya senses it. Children are more sensitive than we know. Is it that obvious? She's strong. She doesn't show her sadness in front of you. She wants you to see her joy. You became the only pillar in her life the day you saved it. But she knows you were never supposed to cross paths. She's afraid that you'll abandon her too. Don't worry, I won't leave her. Yeah, these must have been happy days, just the three of them. I thought I would be never more than a passing visitor in this place, one history would never remember. This intentional isolation made me forget reality. I am here, on Terra. I don't know what made me feel it. But the warmth of life coming from a child's palm stings my hand, stings my heart, and makes it burn. Yeah, the traveling companions. Oh, and yeah, that's right. Ascalon was set to follow them. But I wonder, is she following from the shadows, or does she, like, actually know? Like, did she introduce herself? Jerky and fruit. Left here on purpose. They know I'm here? Always inscrutable. Yeah, so she really is following from a distance. Dear Calcit, I'm planning to take Amiya back to Babel. Savage has done her best to find medicine for Amiya, but my ability to treat Erypathy is limited. I know that Amiya isn't special by any objective standard. I know that Babel faces a crisis no less complicated, but I've decided to bring her back. I met many people along the way. I fretted over money at times, benefited from people's generosity at others. I've seen new things. The convoy that we were traveling with broke down. We found a herder to guide us through the wilderness of Rimbilton on the back of burden beasts. Man, and poor Ascalon has to walk the whole way. Are we really not going to Yan, Doctor? We're going somewhere else to cure your sickness. But there's no cure for Erypathy. There's no such thing as an impossible puzzle. There's a place called Babel where people I trust are working hard to fight this disease. Let's work with them. Will I have to spend a long time there? Sometime at least. I'll be there too. Do we really have to go? Lots of sick kids went away to get treated, but no one came back. Erypathy doesn't hurt at all. I promise I'll be good. Doctor, right, Savage? Oh, poor girl. She thinks he's abandoning her, but he really does want to take her. Amiya has always been a good girl. Are you sure you don't want to rethink this, Doctor? Billies deal with Originium every day. We know what it can do. Stay here in Rimbilton and at least we can give her a home. She wants to raise Amiya with the Doctor, guys. Maybe that's more important than the cold walls of a lab. A home. You have a point. But I can't just stand by and watch Originium hurt her. I have an obligation. Amiya, I promise you, I'll do my best to cure you no matter what happens. Savage does have a point though, and Babel is in a place that's not entirely safe. You can stay with Savage if you don't want to leave Rimbilliton. I'm sorry to force this decision on you at such a young age, but you're a strong girl and we'll respect your choice. The doctor's right, Amiya. Savage doesn't want to come with? I want to have a future. I'm a little scared. Thank you, Amiya. Underneath our feet. Oh, and this is the actual battle. Oh, he let go. That's a cute CG. Man, there's no actual riding equipment on the Burden Beast. This event boosted her popularity ranking by a lot and put her in the Doctor Bowl. Yeah, she seems like a really nice lady, but the Doctor has his, I don't think there's any escaping the women that Doctor has in his life. As much of a good girl as Charlotte is. Is he gonna get saved by Ascalon here, or he's gonna... No, he's gonna fall. My hindquarters and back burned with pain. I heard the sound of my life surging. Yeah, I don't either. Her and Doctor have a bond that really can't be broken by anyone. No more messenger stations from here on. Villages become sparse and bandits more frequent. I'm afraid we have to part ways here, Savage. Why? The region ahead is in turmoil. You'll be in danger if the mercenaries spot you. You and Amiya will be in danger too, won't you? I'll be fine. Charlotte, thank you. The Goddess's ears quiver at the mention of her real name. She glances at the Doctor. A few months is neither long nor short. True, it comprised only a tiny part of her lifetime, but it was also a span of a few hundred days filled with countless unforgettable experiences. Under the setting sun before the sand beasts beneath the eaves upon this land, she had enjoyed the journey even if she never fully understood her quiet companion. The goddess who goes by the name of Savage sighs. What can she do? She's not as smart as the Doctor. Will you come and visit, Savage? Of course. The Doctor said Babel's new base is being worked on by Billy engineers, right? Maybe we'll see each other soon. Then I'll be waiting for you, Savage. Good girl, Amiya. You and Amiya stay here and rest for a while. Doctor. Oh, this is Amiya's first time meeting it. Do we have this time to say goodbye? The longer we stay here, the more dangerous it gets. The goddess girl seems rather determined. It's better for both of you to part ways here. I suppose you're right. We won't wait for Savage? Sometimes, Amiya, we have to do bad things for good reasons. We don't want Savage to be in danger, do we? But she doesn't want to leave you. It's rude to leave without saying goodbye, but that way, Savage won't face danger. I promise we'll get to see her again. Can I leave a note for her? Good thinking. Go ahead and write one. Her Highness wants to meet with you alone. Are things not going well? How's Calcit? Now is not the time. We'll leave once the girl has written her note. Alright. Can we trouble you with the note? Certainly. Damn. Charlotte about to have her heart broken by note. That was a really enjoyable chapter, though. Unblockable, but loses a percent. Okay.
Good scenery here, Doctor. Comrades, let us keep to the plan.
Spineless scumbags.
Let's go.
Whew. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
I'm heading for power and glory.
Oh, I don't have any other units there, though.
I will protect everyone. This place could use some heat.
I got this. Focus elsewhere.
Okay, that should help a little bit.
Whew. We're counting on you again today, little apple. Push forward.
There we go. More chains.
First, remember.
Bring it on, bastards!
Yeah, honestly, I should start peppering that guy down.
Here's something yucky for you.
At attention, the Tempest must wipe out all that blocks the way.
No one knows me. Meet your death.
Whew. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Man, that guy is a high defense. That's with that minus 40 defense from Ascalon there. Her best skill is skill 2, by the way. I mean, I read it. It did seem fairly strong. That's why I was like, oh, okay.
Leave it to me, baby. Fire.
Hell yeah. There we go.
May be a little gruesome, but I
I'm pretty sure her skill said,
bunkers.
oh, never mind. I read that wrong. She reduces the movement speed of ground enemies in attack range. Never mind, that's what it was. So she slows them down. But that is by 40%.
They only remember my blade.
These guys are literally skating. Who else is coming? Yeah, that 60% move speed would probably be a big deal.
I'm prepared to fear not the firelight. Leave it to me.
I'll impart on you all the cries I've heard.
Like, that is pretty strong. I can see myself using her more than Mizuki. To be honest, Mizuki, I always forget that I have him. There she is. How's progress, Closure? Yeah, I'm sure it'd be a lot cheaper than Mostima as well. Hey, Zig, welcome, welcome. A little problem. Even with the tricks you taught me, the encryption methods used by many of PRTS's programs are almost incomprehensible. We may not be able to shut the system down before the doctor arrives in the ship. Try again. If you're not confident about getting it done, then we'll go to the contingency plan. Cutting off power. Leave it to me. A lot of... Yeah, they want to shut down the entire system before he arrives. I've never seen anyone make you so nervous. That's not important. What's important is making sure nothing happens to the ship. Ascalon's report says the doctor looks like an ordinary person. A pretty decent one, too, who picked up a stray little goddess and carried her all across the land. Do we really have to be so on edge? It's not the doctor that I fear. Then what is it? You don't need to know yet. Damn, she knows. Someone's watching. Wipe the doctor's boarding records. This is for the safety of both Doctor and Babel. The others don't need to know that he exists until Doctor and Teresa have reached a conclusion. Alright, I'll work at it. Ethan's super useful, though. He's got that invisibility thing. You seem to care a lot, and you're still on guard. I've got it. The doctor must have dirt on you. Don't bother, you won't find it. What about the girl? Same conclusion, no change. I cross-checked all relevant Rim Billetonian records and had scout checked with informants. Amia's background comes through clean. Her parents were killed when the convoy transporting the laser mining module got attacked. Purely coincidental. No one knew they were transporting Sarkaz-related cargo, and the military commission wasn't involved. She must have gotten infected in the mess. If not for the doctor, she'd be spending the rest of her life suffering. I'll handle the girl's examination and treatment once she's on board. You're still concerned about her? Yes, I am. She's too young and she hasn't had proper treatment since contracting oropathy. Oh, that kind of concerned. I don't want the doctor's kindness to be the reason for delaying her treatment. Plus, Teresa would call her a gentle child who has the right to choose her future. And also, I guess knowing what we know about Calcit now, you could consider Amia her little sister as well. Where are we? The doctor's here. Wake up, sleepyhead. Home? Whoa. Who are you? I'm Teresa. Oh, she met them. What did the doctor say? I don't remember. I was having a great carrot cake at the time, though. Teresa should smell nice, be really warm and sweet. What about now? The doctor told her she smells nice? Smells good. Doesn't smell like carrots, though. Not fully awake, I see. Home. Yeah, okay. He doesn't? I thought he had this thing where he has that camouflage thing. Or is it the same standard one that most ambushers have? I thought Ethan had a special one. Clearly tired. Thank you, Teresa. I didn't expect you to come pick us up personally. You have much to learn when it comes to childcare, at least. Sure enough. You look different from when you left. I saw a lot and learned a lot. Plenty of interesting things in this great land. I also met Amiya, and it was a miracle that I was able to save her. Amiya. She's even cuter than your letter said. Poor girl, but fortunate in some way. Her condition is getting worse. I needed to bring her in for treatment. How has Babel been in the time that I was away? Not quite smooth sailing. We have a lot to deal with, but not everything needs to be handled right away. Get some rest. Thank you. Mia, we're home. Oh, now she's awake. You're awake. Why don't you come down? Teresa will get tired if she has to keep holding you. Oh, maybe that's what it was then, the dodge percent. There we go, the three of them. It's alright. Teresa is my friend. You can trust her. You'll be spending a lot of time with her from now on. Is this Babel? Yes. It's so big. So this is where you used to live. I spent a long time here. A very long time. This is the doctor's home, right, Doctor? Yes. It's your home now, too. Oh, that's pretty cool. The heavy door opens to welcome them in. What's behind the door? People waiting to welcome you and the doctor. Are you sure about taking me and the girl in, Teresa? Why shouldn't I be? Many here don't know you, though, so I'm sure you'll be busy for the next few days. How should I present myself? Good question. You should talk to Calcit first. Tell her your concerns. She would be very sad if you didn't. You could have. If you really want the King of Sarkaz to reveal the thoughts that you're loath to tell, I will. But I can feel you're still wavering. Let's go, Amiya. Jeez. Amiya, you're Amiya, aren't you? This is it, the first meeting. Calcit crouches down and gives the girl a candy. Thank you for protecting the doctor throughout your journey, Amiya. Thank you, Dr. Calcit. Some checks on you. A little, but the doctor's letters called you a brave girl. Of course. It's alright, Mia. Just wait for me here in the ward, and I'll be back very soon. You'll need to do a full checkup later, too. Alright. Yes. Do you plan on leaving again? No, I think I've traveled enough. If you've made up your mind, I'll respect your decision. If nothing else, you're concerned about Amia's health, even though she was a complete stranger to you. There is no fundamental difference between these new lives and us. I'm glad. Glad that you chose hope in the end. Welcome back, Doctor. Damn, expression change. Amia is really the turning point for the Doctor, I think. She's what makes him accept the new Terra. How is she? Blood originium levels are high. We need to develop new drugs. I need time and resources. What can I help you and Calcit with in exchange? This is not a transaction. Since the day that Calcit woke you up, I was convinced you would help with all of this. Now perhaps I have a chance to ask you this question. How do you view this land, Terra? I don't think it's my place to judge. There's no such thing as superior or inferior civilizations. It took a long and hard journey for Terra to evolve where it is today. Add to the sick joke that Originium has played on life. You said that Originium did not develop the way you were expecting. It wasn't supposed to bring such suffering. I sense that you are keeping secrets, but there's nothing false about the sorrow coming from deep within your heart. I want to fix this mistake, but I'm powerless to do so. At the end of the day, civilizations largely progress in similar ways. It all comes down to an inevitable endpoint, however bright its light shines at its peak. But Calcit said you didn't give up hope, even in your final days. I had many friends, even in those last days, who faced difficulties far greater than you can imagine, with courage and hope that is every bit your equal. But they failed and faded away without exception. We haven't known each other that long, Teresa. I want to know, why do you do all this? What is the end that Babel seeks in compromising with the military commission? Yeah, I know, right? Her expression change was like, that like caught you, caught the viewers, sucked them in. You want to show me? My alarm? Oh. Come and see the results of my brief time at work. Oh, they traveled outside the ship. A few secrets, right? Don't tell anyone what you see here. Is that flowers growing in Originium? Oh, geez. Tiny white specks mark this little sanctuary. A forgotten greenhouse. That's actually a really big deal that something can survive in Originium. No, Originium. I'm sure you understand it's not Originium arts that made these flowers bloom. The information inherent in Originium, the reversal of the assimilated universe. You've already come this far. No race understands Originium better than the Sarkaz. Still, what we know is merely the tip of the iceberg. Even with Calcit helping us understand the nature, the furthest we have gone is transforming a palm-sized piece of active Originium into this. Garden. Hope. This little flower is my small contribution. I need your help, Doctor. I want to see the day when flowers cover the cliffs and valleys of Kasdel. It's a future worth taking risks for. Right now, at least, I want to use the power of Originium to create a home for Kasdel. In the more distant future, we'll be able to change the entire face of Terra. If catastrophes don't bring rain of Originium, but soft, fluffy clouds. I don't suppose there's anyone who would have such an absurd dream. You're different. Flowers that cover the entire land. Doctor, why this flower? No reason, I just happened to come across it outside the valley when I was looking for a good place. Calcit said it had a name, Snow in Summer, but it's adapted to changes over the years. A new path is opening up. Has he seen that flower before? A path to self-destruction. Can you hear me, Teresa? Urgent news from Kasdel. It concerns Victoria. Victoria?
You are the true hunter.
This led me to think that Originium has human information that slowly morphs both ancient elders and Tikaz into humanoid forms as we see today. You know, that's a good point. But it's like, what did we learn from Lone Trail? Because Friston talked about the Doctor Civilization 2 and the Originium mistake. I think Originium wasn't something that they all did, right? Like, it was something only the Doctor and Priestess did. But the others of their civilization didn't have anything to do with it. Like, it was just those two. But I think you have a good point there. That's a good train of thought. Originium as, like, information. Given that the Doctor said you were able to transform or peel away the layers of the assimilated universe, maybe Originium... Or maybe it does lead to a... Maybe it actually leads to a different dimension then. That'd be crazy if everyone who's ever died from Originium is, like, in another universe. But then again, it wasn't supposed to do that. So maybe if you die from Oripathy, like, that doesn't happen. A path of peace. So the urgent news from Victoria is probably the monarchy being overthrown. Resige's dad died. Regent of Kasdel. A new nomadic city on the rise. The attention of the Duke of Cavendish. I, the Duke of Cavendish, hereby invite you to my demesne. Yeah, I guess the Seaborn thing would be similar. But they're their own thing too, because, like, they can cure Oripathy, right? Or not even Oripathy, but, like, I don't think it's curing if, like, they assimilate them as a Seaborn, but like a catastrophe-ridden landscape, they can terraform. One more time. Still no good. Oh, he was carrying the med kit. Some time in the gym would do you good. I can't help it. That's not how he weighed it. At present. That means it would be possible. I know. It's just that you know I have my pride too. You've looked on edge since that day. I'm thinking about Teresa. Traveling alone to a city under enemy control isn't the most logical course of action for a leader. The warriors within her may be outstanding, but they're not enough. The king of Sarkaz enjoys unimaginable status in Sarkaz tradition. But Victoria's invitation to Kazdel cannot be taken as a sign of goodwill. That's true. Even if I know how the commission in Babel came into being, in my understanding, the Sarkaz can hardly afford an internal conflict. They have a complicated history. The Sarkaz people have a right to choose the path they believe is correct. Looks like we've got a lot to deal with besides Aripathy. Yeah, an Isekai spin-off. I don't know about that. But what if, like, the Originium world is an actual Isekai land? I don't know, man. I think we'll get a lot more answers once Enfield comes out. All we can do right now is make sure the Aripathy patients have access to proper treatment. Uh-oh. An attack? Destroy Babel, and she will return to the embrace of Kazdel. Oh, and they're trying to take her back. Her Highness? His or her. It's not your place. Oh, Duolingo. Welcome, welcome. Just here to guilt trip me for not actually studying my Duolingo thing. I haven't logged on Duolingo in a while. I thought she'd be with Teresa. You're sending mercenaries to Londinium. People just follow the money. You're dragging Kazdel into another war. Since when have the Sarkaz been apart from war? Did you think you were the child of destiny? Think back to the day you saw them for the first time. When you skinned that young mangler. How did I know? I saw the prophecy and led the tribe on the wastes into the storm that day. Teresis didn't kill you. But you never changed. You're not a threat to me yet. Your blade points at all the enemies of the Sarkaz. Did you think Teresis would be content to be some puppet for those dukes? Spare your breath if you don't know the full extent of his plan. How would you stand before Teresis if he was sitting in the room behind me right now? Simply repeating the words of others. You seem to have put on a lot of thought. Exact numbers unclear. Whether it was Teresa's intention or not, the other generals seem intent to crush Babel while she's absent. That way the Sarkaz won't have a choice. The best soldiers went into negotiation with Her Highness. 1/3 of our normal force, jeez. Doctor, if, as you said, this attack was launched by only a few members of the military commission, then they're undoubtedly planning to get this done in one go. We can't let them set the pace. Find out where their lines are thin. Have you fought a war before, Dr. Huffy? Not the flesh and blood kind, but I've been trained. I'm able to reconstruct the battlefield as a computable data model. Take the front line, Calcit. I know you'll be able to protect us. Oh, and this is where they're going to see the doctor at work. Things must be busy here. The voices of the few are worth respecting, too. I'm just a humble merchant. And I'll talk to your biggest client, the one in the room behind you. Since when have you started meddling in the affairs of Casdell, Scar-Eye? Well, this guy. This freaking guy. Confessarius. Looks like you've made a decision. Is this Teresa's position? It is. He has decided to abandon our city. Not abandon. To take a step forward. You have made us stagnant. The Confessarius is right. You can still command any Sarkaz to your will. Uncertainty, excitement, desire, and anger. And there is no point. Damn, poor Teresa. He has not turned away from the temptation of Teresa's plan. He simply feels a sense of guilt. Kneel if you feel you should. Penitence. Have you found the meaning of your name? That's a weird name, bro. Qui Sartustage. Then forgive their sins as you must forgive yours. A long and complicated history. For the kings of Sarkaz always stood in front of them. Now, though, they have abandoned their king. I promised a home of peace and safety where Sarkaz will forever be free. Before I set foot here, I had a sliver of hope that perhaps someone would follow me. But I saw fire in your eyes. The city that none of you had seen with your own eyes burn. The ancient city comes in many shapes and forms in your eyes. A city of desire, hatred, wealth, glory. You all believe you will plunder what you have longed for. That's why I changed my mind. Casdell will embark on a path of conquest. You answered his call. Death awaits you far from home. We're going. The Regent promises that Londinium will be a new start. Damn, they're turning back. You knew this day would come. What do you think? Hesitate, and all we've worked for will come to nothing. Her Highness did not hesitate, neither should we. Do not forget the feelings that burn within you here and now, no matter what they are. No need to be down, Ascalon. More will join us when Babel grows strong enough. We're being followed. She's not hostile. I would like to leave with you if that's okay. Julie. Wait, she's alive. This is that girl that was talking to the Scarite at the start about Ascalon. A nice name. No, I don't have a name. Someone else gave it to me. She's right. I've had enough of fighting. She says Your Highness will bring about a life where we don't have to fight anymore. That's why I came to check it out for her. I wanted to challenge you before deciding whether to go with you, but I didn't even have the guts to raise my sword once you stood before me. At least I can be sure that she wasn't playing me for a fool when she said you were once a great hero. A reason so simple it's hard to believe. Where's your friend? She's already here. Her sword and her clothes may be a little loose-fitting, though. She was a strong warrior. Felt a little like this one over here. There's no need. One moment, please. There are other mercenaries here who want to go with you. One speck becomes two, and many more emerge. Damn, without looking back. Doesn't mean we're willing to bury ourselves in a campaign with no end in sight. I'll make arrangements. Let's go, Julie. We have a lot to do. You're back. They've retreated. Outstanding work, Doctor. Yeah, that happened in Victoria. Who? The enemy was essentially making suicide attacks. Fewer than we had any right to expect. Low on plasma. A sense of dizziness. But it's not numbers that fight a war. First time seeing the blood and gore. You could say that. We didn't have so many lives to waste in the wars I fought in the past. Treat yourself to a sweet drink. It'll make you feel better. Man, Scout's such a real one, dude. Are your battles always like this? I'll gladly entrust my life to you. You're not the first to ask that question. I have great expectations of you, our tactical genius. The two Sarkaz rulers declared war on each other. The Civil War had begun in 1086. Oh, that's right. We still have a fight to do. Completely forgot.
I put the sign here. Wet floor. Be extra careful. Good scenery here,
Jeez.
Doctor.
Spineless scumbags.
Oh, I should have probably bought more defenders.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
I'm heading into the... What are you scared of?
Hear the roar of my chainsaw. I'm ready to fight.
Put Ascalon there on the side too.
Yummy for you.
No one can see me.
Push forward, Commander. Hurrah! Whew, another run, guys. Anyone hungry?
They only you stepped into my domain.
Now, was that guy just hanging out there, or did he freeze too?
Welcome. Release. In the firelight. That's not my specialty.
Burn.
Orders received.
Don't worry if you see fire.
There we go. These chains should help.
I have to get serious now.
At attention. Ready for the tempest must wipe out all that blocks the way. I'm heading in victory or death.
That's not my specialty.
Right behind you.
Hmm. This is an 8-chapter event, right? That means we're closing in on the end here now.
Anyone hungry? We're counting on you again today, little apple. I'm prepared to stand up to the firelight. Mission accomplished.
Guess we can check. $10.92. So a year later. Rampaging Sisty Beats. That's not what we need to worry about. I'm the ranking officer now. Oh, this is that girl. If I recall correctly, we captured her in chapter 13, right? Like, after that whole thing with the Sanguinarch, we took her prisoner. The intel was good. They upped the price on the spot. Focus. Babel forces must be... Oh, my man Scout. Leave the supplies behind and you may leave unmolested. Just a bluff. Nabbing the supplies isn't so easy after all. Be patient and follow the instructions. The chairman has said that the priority is to minimize casualties. I know, Mantra. Mantra? Dude, who is this? They look cool as hell. Mantra. They're not Sarkaz, are they? That's a... Isn't that a tail? Are they Aegir? She is the perfect coordinator for Babel's covert operation. And a shadow that eats away at their sanity. The first time we've seen Mantra. Honestly, she looks like she's a Seaborn, but there's no way that could be the case. The enemy's actions were spontaneous, unplanned. We can leave the rest to Ascalon. Ascalon will not fail, neither will we. You're absolutely right. You should get some rest. Talking takes a toll on you. No need to worry about the follow-up. We have the doctor. Mantra is Elysium's boss. She's a snakely... Oh, like a Pythia? Is she mentioned in Elysium's records? Who directed this operation? The evil spirit again? What is this, Commander? If it can do this to us, it can do it to you too. Why would you sell your soul? Oh, it's Oda. You're not taking Marcel's things. He's going home. Wasn't it the military commission who betrayed Kazdel? Relax. Be more decisive next time, Oda. This is not the right time to show mercy. Bring Marcel. I remember everyone in Babel. Even if it's to avenge Marcel? Your father died in the chaos of the city. I hate the people who killed him, but vengeance doesn't change anything. What if your vendetta is with a cold-blooded deathmonger? Do you regret killing mercs? No. All Babelites are important to Her Highness. She's an elite operating roads. Yeah, we still don't know all of them. Don't really know all of them. And like, even though Ascalon's cool, I don't think she counts as an elite op because she's sweep and they're separate. I've already said it many times. You want to execute me, make it quick. I'm not here to torture you. I brought some wine. Are you sure? What are you here for? To catch up about old times. I know Scout's hiding something from me. Ascalon would too, because she knows we know each other. But I can make a pretty good guess why you wanted to kill the doctor. You're not a sore loser. You're unhappy because the doctor is an outsider. Everyone wants Babel and the Commission to get along. You believe that Dr. Calcit and the doctor have widened the rift rather than mended it. I'm an outsider too, and I'm still fighting for the Sarkaz to this day. Do we know what Ace is actually? I don't think I'm familiar with Radion. Actually, now I think about it, I don't know what Ace is. Is he an Ursus? He seems strong like bear. He's like a bear. The wine. Because he has no horns like a Sarkaz. Let's see. The one with the spear, the caster, the shield, a medic, and a sniper. The Savra. Skull Smear, White Smoke, Grey Sunstrose, Walnut, Kung, and Herb. He's dead. Let bygones be bygones. Selfless, honest, cautious about picking a side, but committed once they've made their choice. Fools like you who would give your lives for Her Highness wouldn't understand. Her Highness did not have to have her hands tied. In what capacity? A researcher? A commander? Both. Her Highness's achievements are grand. You're a mercenary, but you're not a Sarkaz mercenary. True enough. I only came to Babel because I was with the others. I got involved in this because most of my people were Sarkaz. White Smoke is dead too. I thought maybe there was something going on between you two. Doesn't matter, she's dead. She died in the presence of Chairman Teresa. Damn, now I'm starting to envy her. What happened? Ambush. Only the two of us survived. I had to drag her through the mud. That's when we ran into Chairman Teresa. We ran into the doctor first. The evil spirit showed up personally. Believe it or not, I thought I was looking at a Lateran priest when I first saw him. Huh? The doctor was praying with that black hood bowed low next to the glowing chairman. Wasn't even kneeling, just gazing silently. That evil spirit you're talking about is not some heartless monster. The doctor is torn. So you came to preach. Has a decision been made? Yes. Death sentence. The doctor and Chairman Teresa had reservations, but Dr. Calcit and most of the fighters who participated won't have it any other way. Your betrayal cost us dozens of lives, brother. This time, I'm with Dr. Calcit. You just spilled the last of it. Yes, no need to burden Scout. He's tough on the outside but tender inside. And I don't want to hand you over to anyone else. I came to tell you, brother, that even though you did something stupid, Babel will remember your name. Train some promising young ones while you can. Damn. The traitors and spies have been executed. Good work. Scouts report that they blocked key passages leading out of the mountains after attacking Babel positions. The general did not order this. Or a Syracusan plot. Unlikely. May I speak frankly, sir? The unit may be rogue, but they just happened to cram Babel in with a catastrophe. Isn't that a good thing? What about the other commanders and mercenary captains? Watching the show, of course. I wouldn't overthink it. You've shown as much mercy. You don't care. Pith. Go ahead. Emergency. I'll keep going then. Trapping medics, wounded, and civilians to die. Is Manfred willing to go to such lengths these days? These mercenaries are different. Very likely that they're rogue. Doesn't matter. Without leaders, a band of aimless mercenaries is just rabble. Her Highness says this operation is not part of the campaign. I wonder if that brings us to the prologue then, when she killed Scarai. That's when that happened, I think, right? It was like 1091. Damn, bro, these chapters are long. Oh, well, we got him.
I used to work for you a long time ago. That's my name.
Welcome home, Oda. That dude has a sad story, too. Oh, it's 10 chapters. Jeez. Alright, well, we're gonna keep going. But I'm probably gonna have to get some more water real quick. Yeah, let's finish the Limdy then. Whoops. Alright, I will be right back, guys. Let me get some water. Some water. Okay, I'm back. We're gonna go right in. Whoops. Keep on thinking that's the right one. Okay, BB6. Can be destroyed. Okay. Aroma, we're gonna send back. We'll take Mudrock.
今の私はロジャスのオペレーターに過ぎない。あなたの指揮に従う。
Yeah, need more defenders. Let's take Shu. Really just love taking Shu now.
A day of fine sun and gentle breeze. I hope everyone makes it home safe.
What year is it? Doesn't say. Oh, we're going directly from the last one. Oh, he's gonna get got. Oh snap, did he get hit by artillery? Which unit attacked the hospital? Not even Scar Eyes, that's crazy. Don't cry. And the catastrophe will make no exceptions when it comes through. Yep, it's deaf to all of that. The woman stands on edge. I hear it. And it's snowing too. Fewer losses than expected, but time's of the essence. Was the Dial and HR able to get you a few assistants? A shame. Cave 7 kilometers to northeast. They don't want to face my squad head on in this terrain. Doctor here. Sorry I'm late. Thanks. Misery is distracting the commission, but he needs help. Yes, Ace. And Teresa will go directly to the affected field hospital at the center. She's going herself. Every breath seems to carry the weight of all of Terra. The snow crystals here are almost indistinguishable from Originium crystals. Have you been paying attention in class, Aiden? Fifth. Go back to the meadows. Take this syringe. I want to see an essay from all of you on my table by this weekend. Well, hopefully you make it out alive too, Pith. The audio a bit too low. Okay. A royal court high rank. Doubt there's anything to look up. We have to do it anyway. A little too quiet. He's gone already. My man Scout. Alright, now who's giving those orders? It's the military commission's frequency, alright, but these were scouts, not the rogue mercs. Mission briefing Strawberry. Are you my death? Something feels out of place. What are you? Oh, he was a suicide bomber. Something's not right. He recognized me as Babel immediately. A Babel sleeve badge and a commission medal inside. Most of it is illegible. Dell home. They're just trying to end the war quickly then? Let's hope the other teams found a way out. Just do it. Iridium particles will spread when they die. I'll take the brunt of it. The doctor. You're just leaving them here like firewood. Does living a little longer count? Here, give them these suppressants. It'll at least relieve their pain. Let the doctor pass. It's fine. Everything will be fine. Your Highness. The Mother of Kazdel. I'm sorry I came late. Man, and that all goes into the crown. Now, though, dream a warm dream. That was the... Yeah. Amiya's tried to use this power before, I think. She only used it towards, Patriot, though, if I remember correctly. You can call me anything you like. I don't mean that. You brought us many victories. Expert. Yet it's the first time I've seen infected die like this with my own two eyes. I never thought I would be so... Never mind. It's time to go, Teresa. It'll be fine. Let's go home. The king of Babel and her most trusted men led her people out of the valley. With a single touch, she parted wind, snow, and flames. Our casters and crossbowmen observed the procession, but none dared take the shot. The flowery report and Manfred's false intelligence earned an admonition from the commission, but no further discipline. Doctor, I heard about the operation, and Amia's just on the ship. Something I want to ask, Calcit. As a physician, is it saving a life when all you can do is stave off death for a while? Unless it goes contrary to the wishes, the duty of a physician is to save lives. Why do you ask? Looking at Amia and the people around us makes me feel that you shouldn't have to deal with this kind of suffering and die. The intelligence meeting just ended. I'm fine. You think all this is your fault? It is. I won't run from my responsibility. I won't wallow in self-pity. I don't know if Originium is supposed to hurt a newborn civilization like this. But Originium is the only way to protect all life in existence. You're tired, Doctor. But we could share this burden if you are willing. She wants to help the doctor. But a tiny speck of noise echoes ominously in the king's mind. The doctor is rejecting me? Or is it... Sorry, Teresa, this is not something you need to take on. No need to use Civilite Eterna on me. It takes a toll on you too. There are far more important uses for it. More important? Thank you, I mean it. You and Scout said we have some breathing room, right? I'll make dinner for us then. For our future challenges. Thanks, so the doctor can cook. Some fried sand beast.
What blocks the way, I will burn through.
Oh, I'm gonna have to blow that up. Sheer Claws. Wandering Mercs whose attacks deal splash damage. Oh crap, and they can cut chains.
Spineless scumbags.
Ooh, that's gonna be annoying.
I have to get serious now.
I'm heading into bring it on, bastard!
This place could use some heat. Your lives are mine to protect.
I don't think they're unblockable, so that should stop it there, I think.
Where do you wish to find Anne Dublin?
Oh no, one of those guys. Shoot. Crap. I have to figure out how to slow that guy down.
First, remember the combat music.
Jeez, that thing hit like a truck.
Good visibility.
Let's get that thing out of
and
there.
ready to fight.
For power and glory!
Someone who can provide
Spring
healing too.
breeze, timely rain. Now abandon resistance now, or I pull the trigger. Whew. We're counting on you again today,
Okay.
little apple.
Orders received.
Is it my turn?
There we go.
I'm heading in. Bring it on!
Yeah, that guy's not gonna get a hit in. Let me know if it's too loud, by the way, because like I know BGM for fight and BGM for the scenes are pretty different.
I'm prepared to do the firelight. With pleasure. Abandon resistance now, or I pull the trigger. I wasn't clear skies for teens, rain clouds for Kui.
Cool, cool, cool. Piece of iridium crystal lies quietly. Looks pure, beautiful, harmless. Priestess, what have we done? I'm afraid not. Doctor, it hurts. The doctor picks up the crystal with one hand and stabs it into the other arm. It leaves a bloody gash in the arm, but nothing else. Yet it is not the pain of infection. The instruments show the same. There is no sign. Originium won't infect me. Did we ever imagine that such pain would come? What would you say about what's happening to this world? Originium. The last spark that we have passed on. It's working. It's several times more effective than existing suppressants. But it's just a prototype. I know you're experimenting on yourself. Just some research on blood. Originium doesn't infect me. Had measures in place since it was just an energy project. Maybe this could be used to mitigate the symptoms of ripathy. So it used to be an energy project. Teresa, she's not like you. And Civilite Eterna is not some kind of powerful magic. She has simply created Originium arts in its most fundamental form, through the accumulation of a long legacy. With her help, we may be able to develop more advanced medicine. I'm more concerned about you right now. I'm fine. If Originium has transformed you into beings identical to us, then there will be a way to create a serum in place of my own, no matter how complicated the present issues are. It will be all of Terra. Foster a future with Originium, one that is peaceful, happy, and eternal. No, listen to me. You have not relaxed for an instant. From Rim Billiton to the Civil War, I chose you up to wake you up in order to point the way. I don't want you to waste away now. You need to take care of yourself. Right now, though, what I want to do most is alleviate Amiya's pain. Three months later. This is the server room. Doctor. No, just curious how you got in when I didn't hear the door open. I found a lot of secret passages. Yeah, Closure said not to tell anyone. No wonder Dr. Calcit can't find you for checkups. Alright, I'll try to make the time. Whenever I see you, you're all by yourself. Sounds like you're describing a really rude person. Sorry, Amiya. No, that's not what I meant. Why would you say that? Before we came to Rhodes Island, you were curious about everything. You enjoyed everything, even the things that didn't interest me as a kid. But now, I'm glad you enjoyed it. But I came to talk to you about it to make you feel happy. It's not because of you, Amiya. This is about me. And you can hear noises outside the ship, can't you? Me, Teresa, and Calcit, we all have a lot of things to do. It's not your fault. Spend time with the doctor, then. I'll be done soon. Cal is just our pet cat. That's pretty much, right? Pretty much what it seems like the more it goes on. When the day comes, let's go on a journey again. Originium will become the light that guides the next civilization. All consciousness shall foster new hope in Originium until the end of time. So Originium is really like a failsafe. What about that wound? Trying to contract erypathy. The doctor tried many ways. No one wants to see the doctor get hurt. Terribly frightened. Poor girl. Ace was the first to hear Amiya's cry. What are you hiding that you wouldn't even tell Calcit or me? The doctor truly wants to help. I can feel that. But I also can't help but feel that the doctor leaves some thoughts unsaid. I believe these sentiments were the result of such an abrupt awakening. But they haven't. He's being torn apart by these unsaid things. Perhaps I don't understand the doctor as well as I thought. I don't know how to ease the pain. Then the Doctor of Babel will always be alone. I will explain the doctor in time. Civilite Eterna. Originium must rewrite all. Only then is there value in existence. Was she looking at his mind? From the emergence of intelligent light, the lights in the cosmos and the maelstrom of the stars, Originium will continue to replicate and transform until even time stops. This is Originium? Originium. The first light before the Big Bang. She said that only by covering every inch of the land in Originium, only by returning matter and time, tide and wonder, light and wailing, to the vast ocean of information, only then will we find change and advancement and avert the fate that is the end. Even though it is not a transformation but a death. It is not an extinction, but a continuation. When was this memory? Who was that accompanying the doctor? No, Calcit said there was another. The growth is silent, beautiful, and calm. But Teresa feels only fear. The originium in memory continues to grow. Teresa. Teresa. What did you see? It had assimilated the entire continent. What was the doctor's memory? Teresa, I told you that Originium once decided the distant future of this land. There were two choices. We were too focused on tangible suffering, catastrophe or apathy. Casting our eyes toward that future brought too much difficulty and too little meaning. The doctor chose one of them. The future that the doctor spoke of to me personally. I could not forget that future the doctor described, never in all of these years. But the other cold and empty thought has often shot up my spine in the middle of the night over the past 10,000 years. I cannot speak of it, but you can sense my anger with your power. That means that Civilite Eterna exists outside of the boundaries of language. So Teresa, if you saw a future that you are not willing to accept, I hope you, Civilite Eterna, can change the course. Only you can. If you saw the side of myself or the doctor that is strange to you. No, Calcit, that's not what I meant. The doctor's feelings towards Amiya, towards us, towards you are sincere. Trust the doctor and trust me. What happened? Meant to create human race through the data within it. That's what I'm thinking too. So there's a what do you call that? I forget the name of the facility, but there's like a facility or a bunker like in the ice in the Arctic, and it has like basically all the information of our history. They've got like petabytes of data. They have it in like digital form, in written language. I forget who maintains it, but it's like if ever anything happens, like all of our civilization could be restarted or at least learned about in that bunker. It's supposed to be like somewhere deep in the ice. Yeah, I forget who maintains it, but I remember reading about that before. So I guess Originium was kind of like that. It's so that it can be restarted by essentially cataloging, and I guess essentially Originium was like digitizing organic information, which is crazy. Hey, welcome back. So we're on chapter 6, I think. It's like the 6th node. The doctor just fainted. I want to cure Oripathy, and I want to change the sarcasm. Even if everything that we see, all that we know, all that we cherish no longer exists after a millennium.
I didn't want to have to do that. But if we don't fight, the bad guys will get us.
Yeah, would you choose the present or would you choose a distant future? It's hard to say. On a somewhat similar vein from a different angle. Yeah, I know, right? I've always thought about doing that. Like downloading all of Wikipedia. If ever the internet gets lost, like that'd be very useful information. And I'm sure I have a hard drive somewhere where I could put that, but I don't know. always used my hard drive for other stuff. That's definitely a data hoarder mindset, though, to like download all of Wikipedia. Honestly, it'd probably be better to download that than have a bunch of anime on a hard drive. Sarkaz's desire for vengeance. Okay, a 1-lane thing. That's a lot of plates. Alright, let's do this. Enable administrator level encryption. Image number 18. Activating recorder. While I slept, the ruins of our homeland nurtured new life. Originium is what guides their development, reshaping the life forms from Talos 2 to have a similar appearance to us. Talos 2 is what Terra is called then. That's a pretty big lore dump, isn't it? I've been able to leap across the millennia to communicate with them. I've even considered myself as one of them for a time. But in the end, I am not of here. I have even begun to feel uneasy about Teresa's efforts. If the Originium project ends in failure... No, even if it is merely postponed for some time. Talos 2 is the moon? He just said... reshaping the life forms from Talos 2 to have a similar appearance to us. Wouldn't this be talking... because the people that are in Terra right now, they're not from the moon, right? Like, they just don't know their planet is called Talos 2. The inhabitants of this planet, some of the few life forms known to us, are but illusions that will break at the slightest touch. I have been lying to them and myself for a very long time now, but how will I explain it to Calcit, or to Teresa, or Amia? Am I supposed to tell them that all the pain they have been through is the key to their salvation and they must stop fighting? That all of Terra and civilization is a fleeting dream, and only by being assimilated into Originium will we have the opportunity to avert our fate. Seeing the lives of those they call the infected dissipate like smoke brings pain to my heart. It has long been a common sight on Terra, but it always marks the end of a life. It has been too long since I've heard a voice full of life. I just can't see them as unexpected sparks. What I see cannot be called a warrior's death. Rather, they have given in to the Originium's assimilation, passing through death to join the assimilated universe, a chance where life can break through the deepest darkness. Should I bow in silence at their deaths? Or should I quietly rejoice at the smooth progression of the project? It is for this reason that Teresa dedicates herself to her research. Calcit, our AMA 10, has also chosen to believe in the potential of Terra, chosen to resist Originium and put an end to war. You know, if you think about it, like, Calcit obviously is like old, she's been around the block for a while. Does that mean every feline in some way, shape, or form in Arknights has a shared heritage to Calcit, or like they take after her in some way? But what about me? The Originium project was built upon the efforts of countless generations, and in that time, billions of our compatriots have died, all in exchange for a mere 10,000 years that I have spent waiting and waiting. And now, the flint and tinder are in my hands. After all the long years, how could I abandon it? Because Terra has left me pleasantly surprised in a few short years? Even if Amia has moved me to compassion, would I not have been the selfish one all along? They awakened me to be their salvation, but in truth I am destined to bring them to annihilation. They awakened me, their destroyer, as if I were their savior. The doctor's crying. Amia, Calcit, what should I do? Priestess, what should I do? Perhaps I should reveal everything. Arrogant though it may be. Perhaps I must re-examine Teresa and Calcit's plan. Babel does not yet have the ability to transcend the barriers of race and nation. Believe in Terra. Carry on with the project. At least the vestiges of those who came before can live on. Believe in her. Stop her. Oh, this is in a different planet right now. Well, how could I ever blame you? I understand your dilemma. Our debates are far beyond what those little life forms known as humans could participate in. But this is the only way. You and I both know that much. If perhaps we still have time before its return, we can envision these things together and achieve them together. Oh, Zig. It must be very close by then if you can hear it. Oh, that's sad. Hopefully you can find it. Hopefully it's alright. You will, won't you? But by building an outpost there, they have already fallen into a trap. Our spies are reported seeing Noxerers entering the troops' camp. Nezalem. What does the doctor make of it? Everyone is well aware. They've always preferred the military commission. If the sovereigns were to decide to wage war upon us in Kazdel, for many of our troops, this is the first time they've ever held a weapon. I understand. Then Dukarel is likely to act as well. Tell them to pull out immediately. I guess we're leaving Kazdel. This also means they will further devour themselves. We must give closure. Is that the doctor? It's Ascalon. And Inez and W. I've recovered. You have done very well. Dude, W is such a fangirl for Teresa. Odor, it took a few flesh wounds. W, go to Hodor. That reminds me, I still haven't thought of a real name for the girl, have I? For the girl. Drip, drop. Answer my questions or die here. Are you betraying Babel? I've never been a Babel member, but I've also never abandoned them to face their struggles alone. Why have you come to me? I have a request. I will not speak to a myth with no name, evil spirit. Who are you? Huffy. Dr. Huffy. Oh, he's meeting with Teresis. Teresis lowers his weapon. He does not look at the one who invited him here. Statues raised to commemorate the founding. Even after 100 years. Not long after she had crushed the rebellion that sought to destroy the city, they invited us to witness this unveiling. They were to watch over the border. Does the military commission not stand against her? No, there is no part that has truly risen up against her. Her foe is me, and me alone. And what of you? You ought to remember. You came here on foot, very far. I did that a long time ago, I just never told anybody. Even Teresa believes that I only began my work recently. Meaning I'm in possession of all of the battle plans, so I created this opportunity to meet you alone. You are confident that I would not kill the strategist who poses the greatest threat. I am confident what I'm about to offer is worth enough that you wouldn't. Technology that can control Originium. How far can you go under so much pressure from Victoria? How do you plan to change the Sarkaz and even this entire land? I can give you the answer you need. So what is it? Destroy Babel, scatter her followers, let Teresa in on your plans, unify the Sarkaz. She and I have never relied on the charity of our enemies. It is true, but you should not be the one to propose it. Evil spirit of an age long gone. Oh, so Teresa knows who he is. You already know. There are no surprises here. Considering the near 200 years you and Teresa spent working together, you should be able to guess. I seek the expansion of Originium. Babel's struggles will only prolong the dying gasps of this land, Teresis. No matter if you resist it or accept it, Originium will take on myriad forms, drawing everything. Have you ever looked up at the sky? Beyond that sky, far beyond the twin moons, there is a place that we would once return to, where we would sleep peacefully. But I am the only one left, here speaking with you. In the course of the Sarkaz's eternal search for the remains of dead gods, to fend off your enemies, have you ever wondered, why did those gods die? The doctor draws tight that trademark hood. Teresa suddenly feels that the one standing before him in the rain is even harder to read than before. The burden I bear is greater than the future of the Sarkaz. If I must destroy some things to create a ladder I hope for, I will do it. It's all I can do. I've already hesitated for far too long. Destroy some things to create a ladder? You speak lightly of sacrifice. Nothing light here, Teresis. Believe me when I say it, you couldn't even conceive of what I've been through. And where do I see your sincerity for our cooperation? Is the shard not enough for you? Otherwise, even with the help of the Confessari, it is not. Far from enough, evil spirit. So the shard that's in Victoria now, in the last chapters of Arknights, the doctor gave Teresis before he lost his memory. It is only enough to spare your life. Even more direct means. That's an utterly horrifying thought, isn't it? It is. It makes you wonder why Teresis just doesn't... It's like he doesn't care that the doctor just said that. No questions, no nothing. He only cares about the here and now. I wonder if they'll ever mention what that threat is, though. If the doctor's civilization was like the creme de la creme and the top of the top, right? And they've conquered the stars, they've done everything. I think the next stage that some science fiction authors say that comes after that is supposed to be like an energy-based civilization, like one where you don't exist as like an organic being, but like you're a kind of energy. You're like a dimensional civil. I don't know. I feel like that's the only thing that would top the level that they say the Doctor's civilization is. Or maybe they're thinking about like actual entropy, like the concept of entropy and the universe dying. I wonder if that's it. But you know what you must do in return. No, you can't. Who would have thought that the evil spirit who so roused the interest would be such a coward? You can't both let Teresa live and allow the members to leave safely. Only with the destruction of Babel can Teresa leave for Londinium with me. Perhaps you believe she would be willing to step back and watch it before her eyes? And then I will allow Babel to leave. You're right, there is nothing light about this. They are too complex and yet too simple. In that case, I will tip the scales of destiny in the final century. That way, we don't have to kill her. Evil spirit of a bygone age. You who call yourself a giant, a god, a supreme creator, one who can dictate the fate of the Sarkaz. Are you the only one of your kind? I am. That is good to know. Go now and do without guilt. If you worry, there will be no one to tear you down from your lofty heights or judge your sins. Don't. I will do it. Until there are none left to toy with our fate. So I guess we know what this kind of tells you what happened then. The doctor's the one. And Teresa probably used some form of arts to cure his mind. Or not cure his mind, sorry. To make him lose his memory.
We have no time to hesitate.
Oh, it's a lot of bourbon beasts.
Behind the firing line. Spineless scumbags.
I could put Ascalon right there in the middle.
got this. Focus elsewhere.
Roll out.
Oh, maybe I should have made her face down. Facing down might have been better. Not yet.
No one, you stepped into my domain.
Orders received.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Yeah, free real estate.
Allow me to stop. Come. Let's see if you can. I'm heading in. What are you scared of?
Rogue Mercenary Bass. Oh, bass. It's a bass guitar. Continuously dealing arts and burn damage.
I'll come. Surrender now if you don't want to get sawed in half. Whew, almost gather around, guys. Leave it to me. Elsa, believe in yourself. You can do it. With pleasure. Gold pierces deeper than
Yep, start blasting him.
ready to fight.
I'm heading in victory or death.
No one knows my name.
Yeah, I should have made her face down.
Right behind you.
Anyone hungry?
Tinker, wandering artificers whose attacks deal arts damage, starting with low altitude hovering, reduced attack range when losing the low altitude hovering status. What kind of sarcasm is this?
Whew, almost we're counting on you again today, little apple.
I hope he doesn't fly over.
Anyone hungry? Push forward, Commander! Hurrah!
Yeah, thankfully Gummy can out heal all of them.
They only follow me into the shadows.
Here's something yummy for you.
Your orders. Abandon resistance now, or I pull the trigger. At attention. You want to topple
Okay.
me? By what?
That's not my specialty. Gather around, guys. Anyone hungry?
Oh man,
Almost dozed off.
that guy's gonna take forever to be damaged though.
Kuten tahdot.
Your orders. Wolf pierces deeper than
There we
needle
go.
on the battlefield.
Well, I guess that's the big reveal. It was the doctor all along. $10.94. You are too impatient. Partial usage rights for the industrial areas. Is this not what we desired? Many within our ranks feel this is terribly dishonorable. Did I promise them honor? Did they have honor in the eyes of Victorians? dignity is of high import. We are preparing to steal the heart of a nation. The final deadline for our arrival, dictated by the Duke of Cavendish's request. So this plot is this old. Alone for a while. Is Ascalon there? Yep. I still don't. Man, these guys really are best buds. Carrying cups made out of shell casings. Just like this one. So this is why Ascalon wasn't there that fateful night in Babel. It's because she was here with Manfred. I know you wished to see him. And you couldn't. I gave up. I found that when I caught a glimpse of him from a distance. I heard you've improved your swordsmanship. Don't beg for mercy before you've even fallen. Too tired. If you've made your decision, then kill me here. The general says you lack conviction, but I don't think he's correct. You shouldn't speak so much when someone has your life in her hands. It is only recently that I've realized I'm not as resolute as you. We have been brought to where we are by the invisible tides of fate. But ever since the day this war started, there is no going back for us. Then do your best to survive. Neither will I. So she's still there. Her Highness. Nothing you wish to tell me, Ascalon. I thought you wouldn't agree. Manfred and Teresis are both well. Our recent plans have been radical and they've won us some battles too. But I've been feeling uneasy. Babel has changed a lot. The doctor has changed a lot too. Become more clinical, more efficient. We've got an incredible commander now, sure. But I think I trust the weirdo who kept falling off a burden beast more. Is now really the best time? You've had your worries too. You remember. Countless odds, but we have always been at a disadvantage against the Commission. Haskell. In the future, you must go further afield. You should go enjoy a nice nap in your room. It was an unwillingness to part ways. I guess she could sense it deep down what was going to go on. Yes, your orders have been received. In the skies above Londinium. So I guess the shard was always there above Victoria,
The
but
battle is over. It's time to return.
they didn't know what it
And
was.
do something more meaningful than this.
I forget, or is the shard a ship? Oh man, alright. Well, we've got 8 now. But I think we can call it here. It's almost 11. I know it's getting late for y'all. This event ends in the 24th. Or no, this opens on the 24th. This ends on November 1. So yeah, the next time we meet, we can end it. 27th. Cool. Alright, I think we'll do that then. Let's go ahead and clean up shop. And the next time we meet, I should have Ascalon all ready to go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. No, you're good, man. It's alright. The shard is a tower. Yeah, the thing is, like, I don't know. When I remember the chapter 13, it felt like it was a ship, right? Or it was some sort of device. Yeah, this is giving us the feels, I guess, right before chapter 14, and then that's gonna happen. Actually, I can't wait for it to happen. I'm just hoping we don't get mobbed again. I want us to have some wins under our belt. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for now. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch y'all later. Take care, guys. Huffy Bear out.